Most young men today have no map, have no compass, and have been told absolutely everything except how to actually be men. We live in a world where strong men are shamed, where weakness and vulnerability is glorified, and every single person is told to just be yourself. Even though 99% of that time, that self is undisciplined and lost. We are not born straight out of the womb as someone who is capable of conquering worlds, of someone who is capable of taking over and building a glorious Roman Empire. But if we want to do that, we have to understand that just being yourself is never going to be the answer to fixing that problem. So if you do want to go forward and have something real in your life, here are the 10 tenets, the modern male code, which you can use to give yourself that map and compass and make sure that positive outcome is guaranteed for yourself. Rule number 1, you always must put strength before comfort. Comfort is the modern poison that will leach into your blood and slowly poison any ambition you had. Real men and strong men who achieve things put strength before comfort because they understand something very key, that pain and discomfort is the only way to actually grow and evolve. If your day feels easy, I guarantee you are not actually evolving. We have to put in some bits of discipline and discomfort to force that evolution and make that become our new normal. Early mornings, hard training sessions, saying no to temptation, saying no to wanting to scroll TikTok for 15 minutes in the morning before we lock in and think about what we're going to be doing. Every fight we have, every challenge we come up against is going to make us grow into the person we need to be and give us that unshakable confidence. Because the number one thing which is going to get you further than anything else in the world is a true unshakable confidence in yourself. It does not matter the amount of confidence that other people have in you. If you do not have true and absolute confidence in yourself, you cannot go forward and conquer and achieve anything you want in your life. Every small defeat we take will slowly break down our confidence and have us feel like we cannot do it. The only limitations we have as men, especially young men with the amount of power and fire and potential we have available to us, are the limits we impose on ourselves. So if we say we're going to go and train at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, we have to do it. If we wake up at 6:30, we feel tired and we press snooze, straight away we've stripped ourselves of that piece of confidence. We must set these things which we are doing and we must stick to them. Rule 2. Think long-term in a very short-term world. Every person out there wakes up in the morning and goes, how can I be happy today? Let's get some dopamine today. They don't wake up thinking, how can I build something real and create a legacy for myself and those people around me that I care about? Start focusing now on your habits which are only going to compound throughout your life. Start learning how to make money. Start learning how to train. Start learning how to build that body. Start learning how to master these skills that are going to get you so much further than everyone else. Your 20s and even your teens are the absolute prime training ground for building the foundation that other men wish they had. And by the time we all get to 25, it is going to be abundantly clear who wasted their teens, who wasted their early 20s, the people who wasted the best years of their life, they will not be able to hide. And the people who actually locked in during that time and actually put the work in, they will be so much further ahead than those people who thought, I'm going to start tomorrow, I'm still young, and I've got time. You do not have time. If you do not do it today, you will not do it tomorrow. Rule number 3, lead yourself first. We are the only thing we can truly change, and so we put this at the center of everything we do in our daily life. We cannot lead a team. We cannot lead a business. We cannot even lead a woman if we cannot lead ourselves first. Self-control is the new power in the world. It's going to drive everything else. If you cannot take the steps that you know you have to take when your mood doesn't align, maybe you didn't sleep well last night, maybe your diet hasn't been so good, you're feeling tired, you just don't want to do it today. If we cannot control ourselves and lead ourselves to take the steps that we know we have to take, we might as well be lost. Think of a ship for me. If there is a ship out in the sea, our ship, the ship is our life, and we are not at the helm, steering it exactly where it needs to go, regardless of how we feel, regardless of whether we got scurvy from not eating enough fresh fruit, that ship is just going to blow whichever way the wind goes. If we do not have a clear direction and we do not have control over our own life, We are just going to go wherever other people in the world tell us we should. We have to have direction and we have to lead ourselves first. Rule 4, build your money, do not build your status. The worst thing you can do when you start to get your first bit of success is try and flex it. Don't jump on Instagram and go, look at my watch. Don't get on your Snapchat stories and go, look at my cash. None of that stupid shit. Focus on freedom. Freedom is my absolute goal. That's my why. I want to have freedom. And I can do that through money because I can buy back my time with money. And so when we go forward and work and we start to train some skills, our focus is going to be training skills which create a real leverage in our life. We're not going to try and do something just to get a round of applause. Status will fade. It is only there as long as you have the things to back it up. But cash flow is something that compounds. And if we focus on the cash flow and the cash flow only, we can stay up. The status will come with it, but it is all a product of the cash flow. So focus on the root cause here. Don't go chasing the result, because if we chase that result of status, we're going to fail on the money and we're going to lose both. Rule number 5, do not chase women, attract them. The modern dating scene is in an absolute state of chaos. You cannot go in there and try and navigate it and play this stupid game which they're going to try and have you playing. Work on your mission, because women will actually follow direction, not desperation. They do not want the guy who comes up to them and says, I will love you more than anyone else. I promise. I'll treat you like my queen. Please, I promise. It's an absolute turn off for them, right? It reeks. They're going to go and want to find the guy which has his boundaries in place. He knows what he stands for, and he's got his vision for the future. And this is important for you as well. You will start to find women when you adapt this mindset, and when you put your mission and yourself first, you will start to attract them. You cannot, though, jump on the first one and say, okay, perfect, the plan has worked, now we have a girlfriend. Be very clear on your vision and the way you see yourself living your life. If she is not 100% on board with that, if she does not agree with it, if she does not support it, and she says, oh, but can't we do this instead? She is not meant for your future. Again, we're taking a long-term approach in a scene which is notoriously short-term. So don't get sucked into the games. Put your vision first. When the women start coming, and they will start coming, hey, be selective. Be careful with that. Find the right woman, treat her right, happy days. Rule 6, be dangerous, but do not be reckless. There's a very big difference between a man who cannot hurt someone and a man who will not hurt someone. You have to learn how to fight, you have to learn how to lift, you have to learn how to defend yourself, but then we control it. Ideally, we never have to use that skill of defending ourselves, because our goal with this is not about becoming some violent skinhead, it's about having that presence. If you look at confrontations in the real world, especially massive international wars, the greatest weapon you can have is a show of force. When people understand you have that ability, maybe people understand you've got a lot of nukes, and so they're not going to try you in the first place. So you are going to have some people in your life that wish you harm, especially when you go on this journey of putting yourself out there, going for something. That is going to happen. So the best weapon you can have in your arsenal is for them to know you are someone who is very capable of looking after themselves, and then they will just go and find an easier target. If you're going out on the street and you want to try and rob someone, you are not going to go for the guy who's 6'3" jacked and looks like he can fight. You're going to pick the grandma who looks helpless. You're going to snatch her handbag and run away. Start thinking about it this way. Be very capable, and the more capable you are, the less you will actually have to use it. Rule 7, build yourself a code to live by, like the mafia, not just some personality. A lot of men will go out there and they'll start copying trends. What's the trending alpha male tip of the week on TikTok? But real men have some principles that they truly believe in, and that's the way they structure their life and go out into the world. Your code that you build for yourself now is going to be the code that you fall back on when life comes on to test you. It doesn't matter how good the times are now. Good times pass, bad times pass. But we need that code to fall back on when it all feels too much and we feel like we can't think clearly. We need to know, what are my principles? What do I stand by? And then we take our actions through the fog and the murk and we navigate it from that clear perspective. This doesn't have to be a complicated thing. You can just go, okay, I believe in honesty, I believe in loyalty, I believe in discipline, and I believe in courage. It can be as simple as that. But we have to embody those traits in every facet of our life, good times and bad. And when you have those values imprinted on your very being, those tough decisions now suddenly become very, very easy, because men without a code will just go off and get lost in comfort and hedonism and substances and doom scrolling, chasing these fake highs. But men with a code are the ones that can go forward and build their own kingdom. Rule 8, escape your hometown trap. I wasted a couple of years of my prime life trying to impress people in my hometown by buying cool cars when I got promotions. Do not do that. Leave, travel the world, see the sights, expand your horizons, see what is actually possible. Surround yourself with like-minded killers, people who share the same vision as you and actually want to see the same results, not critics of your vision. Because people in your hometown, they are only capable of giving you advice and giving you criticisms based on the standard of that hometown. If you do not want to live the same life as every person at hometown, you have to have different standards. You have to have different ways of thinking. Otherwise, there is no possible way you can escape and go and do something else. And I'm not trying to demonize the people in your hometown. Oftentimes they have the best of intentions, but we have to understand they are only capable of giving you advice based on what they know. And if what they know is that hometown, and if what you want is not that hometown, there is almost nothing they can actually do for you to help you level up in that situation. And any critiques they can give you are going to be from that hometown perspective, not from where you actually want to be. Rule 9, brotherhood over validation. Men, in a very straight sense, need other men. They don't need to be gossiping and hanging around with these silly circles. You need to build a circle for yourself which will lift you up and call you out when you are not doing what you need to be doing. And then you need to be comfortable enough in that circle that you can acknowledge, yeah, I messed up, I'm going to take that on the chin, and I'm going to be better. Iron sharpens iron, not sympathy. Misery loves company. Miserable people want to hang out with other miserable people. And you see this a lot, especially in those small towns. Going back to our hometown mindset. You see the young people who are a bit lost, and what they do is they all group together. They might go hang out in a garage and smoke, enjoy, and they'll go, oh, let's jump on an online game tomorrow, boys. Let's do a Fortnite sesh. It'll be fun. It'll be good for us. And they're all going to stick together, and no one's going to ever rise up out of there, because if someone does, they're going to pull them down, and they're all going to stay right where they are. And so if we don't want that, obviously we need a different caliber of people around us. Do not underestimate how difficult it can be to become the person you want to be. If you're doing it by yourself, that difficulty scales up tenfold. Put yourself out there. Find that right group of brothers. Join an entrepreneur network if you have to. But get those boys around you, get that loyalty, be loyal to them, show them you can help them, and they will help you. Rule number 10, and it ties it all together and helps us build this big picture. You need to build a mission bigger than just yourself. We were not born just to chase pleasure. If we do that, it'll run, we'll feel low, we know we haven't achieved anything, and we're gonna end up being absolutely miserable. Pick a mission for yourself, deeply personal to what you want, that forces you to become more. Something that you actually physically cannot achieve being the person that you are today. And when you do this, please do not make the mistake of picking the exact same mission as someone else because they live a good life and you just want to copy and think that must be the thing which is good. I made the mistake of doing that. There were guys I looked up to on the internet who I thought, oh, they got cool cars, they live in this particular place, that looks fun. Maybe I must want that as well because I want something more. And it was only recently that I realized that's not actually what I want. I want to be able to live a modest life. I want to have plenty of extra income coming in, which I don't need to spend. And I want to be able to wake up in the morning and go, you know what? I want to go to Switzerland next week. I want to go see the Alps in the background, run next to a creek, lie down on my back and do snow angels in the grass and go, ha ha ha, and laugh like a kid. That's what I want. I want to be able to call my mum and dad and say, oh, you guys should come to Thailand for 2 weeks. Put them on first class flights, take them around and show them all the fun things. taken to play golf. That's what I want. So make sure that whatever it is so personal to you, you can see it so clearly and you can feel it. You can feel how that life truly is for you. And that's what will give you the limitless fuel to keep pushing through when things get difficult, because you know that is going to be the end result. And so that's a complete code. And you do not need to follow this code perfectly. You just need to live by it daily. The world does not need more boys out there pretending to be men, trying to live some facade. It needs more men who remember who they are, who they want to be, what they are actually capable of, and what their purpose on this earth is. Be strong, boys. Be dangerous. Be disciplined. Go live that life that you've always wanted to live. Don't wait for someone else's permission. That'll never come. You have to give it to yourself. Someone is going to wake up tomorrow and start living their life by this code. And in however many years' time, 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, they are going to have the life that they once thought absolutely impossible. And the person who wakes up tomorrow and decides not to, who decides to go back to their old way of living because they don't want the pain, they don't want to suffer for something they actually believe in, they're going to wake up in 5 years' time and be just as miserable, be in the exact same spot, and they will know when they check the internet and see this guy whipping around his cool cars, they will know they could have had all of that if they had just started 5 years ago. So my mission to you is just start today. You don't have to have the whole plan mapped out. You just need to commit, work it out step by step, and you will achieve that life that you've always wanted. Take care, boys.